Moving on to public communication, you are all welcome and encouraged to participate in the meeting. Public comment is taken on items listed on the agenda when they are called. Public comment on items not listed on the agenda will be heard at this time. Comments on controversial items may be limited, and large groups are encouraged to select representatives to express the opinions of the group. Any written requests? Members of the public submit a written request at least 24 hours prior to the meeting will be normally allotted 5 minutes to speak. I do have 4 speaker cards here. Number 1 was from Virgil Atkinson, and Virgil, I understand you've requested folks appear in a certain order, and I will, of course, have no reason not to honor that, so you're up.
My name is Virgil Atkinson. I live at 4282 Fortner Road. I'm here tonight wearing a hat. I normally don't wear a hat to these types of meetings. I also have a shirt that my friends like me to wear, and it's because we have some amazing people in our community, and I feel it is our responsibility and our commitment to support them. I'd like to present to you a community volunteer program. If you know me, you know that I'm into volunteering for our community. The program is called justserve.org, and I'd like to start off with a short 1-minute video.
Open.
One of the things that we have a lot of questions from the community, from faith-based organizations, is how do we give back to the community? How can we get involved? The Just Serve program has basically allowed us to give volunteers a direction.
It allows you to go in, find something that fits your personality, your family.
If I could sit down with another council member in another city that was either looking at this or had talked about it, I think what I would say to them and what I have said to them is that this is one of those types of programs that will, again, help your city to be a success.
I just love volunteering here because it kind of takes me out of myself and puts me into the community, and it just makes me feel like I'm making a difference.
So justserve.org is not another nonprofit organization that we're introducing to our community. It is a website that allows volunteer organizations to post their need for volunteers, and for those of us in the community to sign up as a volunteer. It's really pretty much that simple. So if you were to go to the website of justserve.org, just that simple, you're going to find an opening page. You put in your zip code of wherever you live or wherever you go in the United States, and you determine how far you're willing to travel. 5 miles, 10 miles, 15 miles, whatever, and up will pop a list of opportunities to serve wherever you're at. And so what it does right here is it brings sponsoring organizations like the ones that are here tonight and connects them with volunteers. Getting volunteers is difficult. And so I have asked to be here tonight a number of large businesses, which John Cassidy will introduce, and let you know that those large businesses are willing to help introduce justserve.org to their employees. We're hoping that the city and county and all will get involved in this. I'm presenting this to Sutter County, to Marysville, to Yuba County also. Jerry Handy is also going to introduce some of the local community organizations that need volunteers. So if you put those two together, plus the rest of the community, we're looking to get between 5,000 and 10,000 volunteers in the pool. And we hope to include Beale Air Force Base and every organization in the community that we can do. So if we go, do I have to change to the next slide, or does it happen for me? Okay. So it's that simple. You sign up, you look for opportunities to serve. You can contact those organizations and let them know that you want to serve. It can also be a link that takes you to to the individual organization's site if they have a way to connect there. Also, an organization can post opportunities to serve. All of us in all of our community, church, clubs, schools, city, counties, should all be looking for opportunities for projects that volunteers can come and do. And so these are just a couple of examples I won't read of people who have used the program and found success in doing so. And volunteers, if you have ever seen this shirt around, you know what this is about. If you've seen this hat, you know what this hat is about. And so as a community, we don't have a problem with being willing to volunteer, but the problem is when you're putting something together, how do you get the volunteers connected with the organizations that need help? And that's what this program can do. It's building unity through community service. All of us are in favor of this. It's just a great tool to enable us to be able to put this together. And so I'm hoping that each of us can make a commitment to be able to do that. Any questions?
Virgil, is the website for our area, is that up and running right now?
It is.
It is, okay, very good.
You're going to find about 20 projects there right now
great.
just in our area.
Thank you very much. We'll call up Jerry next. It's nice to have a centralized location like that. It can be confusing sometimes.
Thank you. So I'm Jerry Handy with the 4G Foundation, and Virgil asked me to come up and read off some of our community organizations. So if you're here, maybe you can just give a little shout out, little wave. First one, let's see, Jeff Stevens, Say Love, thank you very much. Stephanie McKenzie, Vice Mayor of City of Marysville, Yuba Community Task Force. No,
I think they meet pretty much right now, same time.
Oh, she's having a council meeting right now.
Yeah.
All right, didn't know that.
First and third, just like we are.
Vish Sharma, who's coming out with a new nonprofit. Vish, don't see Vish. Bob Fischetti with 93Q Radio. There,
Right.
Thank you, Bob. Kevin Carlson, Twin Cities Rescue Mission. Kevin in the audience? No, Kevin.
Getting out of the hospital.
Kevin's in the hospital. Sorry, Kevin. Okay. Stacy Runyon, Julie Shuffield, Misty Widener, and Cody Spear with Back the Badge. Hello, ladies. Thank you. Nick Anderson with Rest. Hi, Nick. Thank you. Patty Kearns, St. Vincent de Paul. Thank you. Michael Ziegemeyer with Sutter Yuba Community Foundation. No, Mike. Bob Harlan, Yuba Sutter Calusa United Way, Toys for Tots, the acting company. Hi, Bob. Marty Sanders, Chamber of Commerce. Hi, Marty. And Brenda Wong with Mother Hubbard's Cover. Hi, Brenda. So thank you all very much. Thank you for your service. I'm truly honored to serve in this community. My heart is the Yuba Sutter community. I know everybody in here's heart is the Yuba Sutter community, and we all just have a passion for serving and for helping others. And one last comment that I'd like to make is a lot of times we operate all in our own little silos doing what we all think is best. I think it'd be cool to maybe put something together where maybe we hear from the city, right, on what we can do to better serve the city as a collective group of community organizations. I think that'd be a really cool task to undertake. It's like, hey, what's the city need and how can we help the city be a better city? So, thank you.
Thank you, Jerry. Very good information. Thank you all for being here. John Cassidy, come on up. Jeff, you'll be next.
Thank you, Mayor and Council, for listening to us tonight. It's wonderful to be following Jerry. I'll give you a real-world example. Was it 3 years ago, Jerry? I guess 2 years ago, the Reading fires. I'm thinking back to Santa Rosa. Get a call from Jim King and Mr. Slicer, respect himself, and Jerry, and they got to mobilize and got to get to Reading because it's really bad. And first one's on the ground. We got money to them, food, some volunteers, but they were scrambling to get people. And it was amazing how many folks they were able to put together in a heartbeat. And they were the first ones on the ground to help people up there. It was amazing. So I still hear about it up there. Just amazing. And then Jeff Stevens with Say Love, I mean, that's the example this represents right here. So much good, so much cleaning up around our community that, Jeff, what you've done with that group's amazing. Yeah. So I'll mention some folks that are here that I see. Jackie Silman is always involved in everything around here, making it happen and getting volunteers. And she's here from the Yuba County Water Agency, and just because she's got a lot of soul. And Dane Lance from SunSuite. SunSuite's involved in everything around here that means something. That's big. So Suk Bossi from Straw Hat Pizza. Steve Hammerstrom's not here tonight from Adventist Health, but Adventist is obviously heavily involved in the community. Dave Coonan from Recycle Industries. John Jelovich from River Valley Community Bank. Erica Hernandez from Sutter Health. Tom Siller, Siller Brothers Farms and Helicopters, and Kurt Hilbers. Hilbers are everywhere in this community helping and volunteering. And we're all looking forward to getting this word out to our employees. This Thursday, we're teaching financial literacy to 400 students at River Valley High School. And we get asked all the time when it appears in the newspaper or from parents that hear about how they can help and jump in. So this is going to be a great tool. I thank the council for listening tonight. Thank you.
Thank you very much, John.
I got to follow John Cassidy. That's not good. Well, what I was going to mention is I've been involved with SayLove coming up on a year right now. And for myself, I feel an energy and a passion in this community growing like I haven't seen for a long time. And it's because of these different groups that we've talked about. It's getting people out. They're searching for something to make this community a better place. And what I would really like to ask of the council and city leaders is come out with us. Come out, let the people see you guys out being leaders in this community and helping us. And I'll prove it to you. If you guys are wanting to get reelected, just come out. You will be amazed when your faces show up on social media what that does for you. And I've got proof because I was elected Farmer of the Year and I didn't even run for it. So if you guys would come out, it would greatly help our organizations really feel like the city is buying into it, the county, and everyone is buying into it. And the more energy we can get flowing, the better this whole area is. That's all I wanted to say. Thank you.
I should make a comment, but I'm not gonna. It'll be good. There are envelopes on the table out in the back if you want to, if you care to. Thank you, Jeff. Anybody else care to comment? Please feel free if you would like to. We have one. Welcome, sir. Mr. Burns.
Good evening. Thomas Burns, live at 1885 Greengate. So what I want to talk about is not so lighthearted. I want to talk about the meeting I went to this week with the Sutter County Taxpayers Association. And we had the Howard Jarvis Taxpayers Association there. And I want to talk about the continual robbery program that the state and government is doing to the people in California. So they're trying to turn over our Proposition 13 and continue to rob the people more. And it is a heinous thing as far as I'm concerned. And there are actually people out there that are running booths to get signatures. And I saw one at Sam's Club where the guy says, his little sign says, support Proposition 13. And he's getting petitions to overturn Proposition 13. Now, to me, that's pretty criminal. But when we look at the situation in California and the mass exodus, there's quite an exodus out of California. I'm thinking about exiting myself. There is it's a beautiful state, got a lot invested here, lived here most of my life, but I am sick of the robbery program. And then I spent a little time watching situations on the homeless in LA County and in Seattle, and saw a little segment on the news yesterday morning where a couple had moved from San Jose and up into Sacramento and they kept raising their trailer space rent. So what do we want here? We want to lose our Prop 13 and cause more homelessness? You know, I think it's food for thought. We need to all be out on the forefront to not let that happen.
All right, thank you, Mr. Burns. Anybody else care to comment? All right, backing up to the previous presentations or series thereof, I want to thank each and every one of you for being a part of that. It's probably the most pleasant and surprisingly good public comment period we've had. I almost feel like we should have put you on the agenda, right? Although I respect his opinion, it would have kind of avoided the damper that we had to go through before I got to this part, if that makes sense. I completely respect his opinion. But backing up to that, there's so many people in here who you guys volunteer constantly. And I see you out there, we see each other, and it's a really good feeling. It comes right here, and I would really like to do the best we can to transfer that or encourage our young people to get involved and start that, make it a habit early. Right? And there's so many different ways. I love the website idea because it's a centralized location. You can just pick whatever interests you, and there you go. And it doesn't have to be all the time, every time. Maybe once or twice a month or something, or less. But it's wonderful. And so I could go name by name as well, and won't take the time. But thank you all so much for being part of it. Thank you to the folks who cannot be here. There's so many more folks, and it's really wonderful, and it's a big, big part of what makes us special. And I think we really are. This is an extremely caring and giving community, and I'm proud to be part of it. I think I speak for all of us in there. I think it's wonderful. Did you have something to say?
Through the mayor, yes.
All right.
Thanks, Brad. I appreciate that. I didn't even have to say anything. That's how good this is. I echo what our mayor said, but I also would like to add to what Jerry was asking and John and others. If there's an opportunity, city manager, for us to develop a forum or some sort of conversation where the council can come together with all of these individuals and as you mentioned with Just Serve as a great system to bring us all together in one location. Having been out to Save Love, have helped out there, Jeff, you know that. So, and I know you got the Farmer of the Year award because you had the commercial and anyway, you're just a celebrity. I'm just in awe with you all the time. But I mean, the seriousness of it is that the more that, if we could build like 10,000 people to be volunteers in this community, that's a great accomplishment, I would say, for the overall quality of the life of everyone in this community. So, city manager, if we can, as a council, somehow come together, let's figure this out if we can do this. So I'll take you up on your offer. How about that?
Anybody else?
Yeah, through the mayor. This is exciting, guys. And I know Jerry, I know where your heart's at. Jeff, I've watched what you've done with Say Love and all the other groups here. You're onto something really special. You talk about a number that I keep hearing come out, and I'm just going to put it in perspective because I'm part of a church that has been doing this for years, and we just unleashed over 10,000 people and did over 350 projects through the greater Sacramento region in 3 days at zero cost to the people that was benefited. I've built fences and I'm not a contractor and I have not a clue what I did. They said measure cut. I said okay, and I was done. But we all came together. It's all about serving. And I will just want to encourage you guys. Jeff, my family's been out with you and picking up and cleaning up. Some of us can serve other ways. Jerry, I've reached out to you and you're my brother and you know we're there, so does John. You're onto something supernaturally special because as you begin to come together and you guys come together with one purpose and one cause, which is to make this community better and to make life better for the people here, wait a year from now. So I just want to encourage you.
I support you all in many, many ways and will continue, but just want to give you props and kudos. Good job. Keep it up. And I'm excited for what's coming.
Absolutely.
Okay. Yeah. Just want to thank you folks for everything that you do, and for people that know about volunteering. I guess I'm at everything volunteering, so I appreciate everything you do, and I'm glad to be there with you. There's a few that I miss, but I try catching up. I'm sure to come and contribute my time to you folks also in the next year. So, yeah, it's an election year. No, I enjoy doing it. I know. I enjoy doing it. This is the community. It's worth the community. I enjoy the community, and you guys do great things, and I'm there to back you up. Thank you. I had to say that.
Is your name the first one on every list out there?
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. Anybody else care to comment? Public comment period? Nothing? All right, we'll move on to consent calendar.
Oh, no.
Oh, here they go.
There they go.
They gotta,
Glad to know we moved you guys.
you gotta go volunteer real quick, apparently.
This is part of volunteering to stay. We should have mentioned that.
Okay. Yeah. No, I'll write it down for you, though. I'll stop for you. Number 12? All right.